Are you?
Fine, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
People would think we actually planned this, but we did not.
Yes,
I just want to put it out there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Black
I think
and
we're
white.
working in tandem.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
How was your week?
Was really good. Really good.
What did you get up to?
Work and some of the stuff that I needed to get done, and I took some time out to really enjoy some of the midweek games, and
A lot of people feel like the week was this month has been really slow.
Slow?
Yes, they think it's been going really
Slow?
slow. I can't really decide because it's like I want it to go slow, but at the same time, I don't know.
I can feel it's fast.
Really?
I feel it's fast.
I see a lot of tweets saying that this month is running by so slow.
Oh,
Yeah.
today's the
It's
19th.
a normal thing.
When did we say Happy New Year? When did we do Merry Christmas?
I actually do feel like that was like ages ago though. I feel like it's been New Year for
it
quite
felt like it was
some
last
time.
week to me.
Yeah.
I really think, I mean, it's the normal thing to say, the month of January is like just really one really long, it has like 79 days or so, right? But I do feel like this one is different. It's been running for me. It has.
Really?
I
Yes.
felt it's running too fast.
Interesting. Well, so much has happened politically. Events are definitely giving the fact that the 2019 elections are right here. It's less than 30 days away. February 16th is the presidential
If it's not
election.
moved.
March 2nd. Well, I spoke with the INEC chairman and he said there is no possibility for the postponement of the general elections.
Fantastic.
So that definitely brings soccer to most Nigerians who are looking to exercise their voting rights. March 2nd is the gubernatorial and State House of Assembly elections. February 16th is for the presidential and National Assembly elections. So a lot is happening, a lot of political intrigues. I'm sure you're going to speak to us on that, on the social media trends. Then I'm sure you'll speak to us about how people are infusing sports and
the elections together, how you can get people to ensure that, funny enough, I had this experience. There were two friends were arguing about the elections, and one says, of course, one took a side, the other took a side. They were arguing so much. One person was so animated, and then a third party just came and said, okay, guys, I like the fact that you're arguing so much. You've been so animated, especially you. Okay, so if you actually bring out your PVC right now, I will give you 3,000 naira. He said, I will bring it out right now. Watch me. Brings out his wallet and then brings a temporary voter's card. I'm like, really? It shows
and he thought he could vote with it.
It shows that as much as we are talking about going to exercise our civic rights, we should ensure we do what is needed to be done before the day. Get your PVCs.
I think it's also important that we as media practitioners, that we're educating voters on what they can or cannot do, especially as the elections come. A lot of people believe they can vote with a TVC. You cannot vote with a temporary voter's card.
Absolutely
you have to
not.
pick up your permanent voter's card in order to exercise your democratic rights. But moving on, President Muhammadu Buhari appoints Mohammed Abubakar Damo as the new acting Inspector General of Police. We have a picture of that coming up on the screen. The old Inspector General of Police, Idris, has been retired from service. He exercised, I believe, 35 years in the service already. He was looking for an extension, but that didn't happen. Mohammed Abubakar Damu is now the new acting Inspector General of Police. The federal government freezes all bank accounts belonging to Chief Justice of Nigeria, Walter Onogen, as he faces trial for non-declaration of assets. This was a very contentious issue. We saw the South governors meet.
Concerning this.
They actually said he should not appear in court to answer any of these allegations. It was quite unfortunate. They believe that
he didn't appear, and
he didn't appear, and they actually believe that this was targeted to they targeted him due to his ethnicity and the area of the country that he's coming from.
Well, that he said he didn't appear because he was not personally served with the notice. So, but apart from that, I'm not a lawyer, so maybe I might mix up in legal terms, but from what I understand, as a public officer, you really can own, at a certain level, maybe in the civil service, you can have a foreign account. and he doesn't have a foreign account. It's a Nigerian bank, but it more like an maybe a dollar account or something, so default it because it didn't declare. I also saw some analysis where they said that the Chief Justice, if he's found guilty on such things and he actually came out to admit that he was wrong, he should all be well and forgiven. But it's not.
What do you think?
I just, I feel like this whole administration has made me really ask questions like, can they do this? Right?
No,
really, because I have never seen
That's a very simple and direct way to put
like,
it. Yes, I agree with you.
Can they do this? I mean, this is the, someone, I think growing up, I was brought up I grew up in a family of, law and all of that. And I was brought up to understand that after God is the judge, right? I'm telling you, that was how I was.
Most definitely,
Because the judge is the one that, is supposed to pass the laws and all of that, right? And he has the ability to say someone should be hung or whatever the case may be. So, and this is the Chief Justice of Nigeria, the whole federation. This is not a High Court judge. This is not an appeal court justice. This is the #1 man representing the law in the land, and something like this happening, and I'm like, can they do this to him, really?
When you checked social media, what was the pulse you felt? What were people's reactions?
It wasn't good, really. The matter, the issue about ethnicity also happened. It was like, president never really liked him. No wonder he wasn't the one around when this man was appointed. So there were almost, I can actually say like 75%, are not in support of this. Of course, you definitely see the diehard Buhari fans, still saying this administration, whatever they're doing is right. At the end of the day, we need to focus on, corruption and anti-corruption.
Most definitely. Well, let's see how that plays out. The PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar visits Washington, D.C. to meet with U.S. government officials, Nigerians in diaspora, and the business community as well. Let's take a look.
Particularly the United States is getting into the hotel. Say hello to Riva.
A video of Lai Mohammed this morning where he said that the former vice president and the PDP presidential candidate has a case to answer when he returns back to the U.S.
Something to do with bank PHP or something?
Yes, that there were slush funds that they moved around through his bank that he's affiliated with.
I am going to be talking about this on the social media segment because, everyone is talking about this, right? Some people are saying, okay, is it like a rite of passage that, before you become president in Nigeria, you must go to America?
When did that
people
become
are
the criteria?
saying, the APC was saying Atiku can't get into America, and he got in, and he's in Washington, D.C.
There was a hilarious video of APC supporters when they saw Buhari Atiku in the U.S. The goats crying. Oh, we have to compile videos like that. But honestly, it goes back to what you said initially. Like, we as Nigerians are just asking, can you do that? Like the level of pettiness, is unmatched.
And the things we think we can get away with.
It's quite unfortunate, but let's see what the outcome of that meeting is. Finally, 21 people confirmed dead in a hotel siege by Somali militants in Nairobi, Kenya. This was a very unfortunate situation that happened during the week. Let's take a look at the video.
Don't know
Well,
So I didn't see this particular video, but I saw another video, and in that video I saw a man that was actually helping people. He was like be on the floor and all of that, and I won't really liken this to, but I mean, a lot of things like this have happened before. I remember back then with the whole militancy problem in River State, you know, it didn't happen to me, but I would go back to school, or you would just go to the marketplace and people would be saying, oh, when they came and they started shooting, you know, everyone has to be on the floor. And I cannot even begin to imagine what these people, you know, felt during this period, right? Because some persons have lost their lives sadly, and then the ones that are even alive, how do you come out of this feeling normal again? Really, it's really, really heartbreaking.
it's worthy of note that the culprit was caught less than a week after this incident had occurred. So this is something for our government also to emulate. When we have bomb attacks, when we have these terrorist attacks in our nation, we need to really beef up our security intelligence to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to books. Our heartfelt condolences go to the people, the victims of this Nairobi attack. But to lighting up the mood, what do you have for us in the entertainment
So
scene?
3 things. Big Brother Naija is back, and that news really got everyone excited on social media, and people are already, you know, preparing and thinking of the attitude and the strategies they will use when they get into the house, and everyone is calling, are you going for Big Brother? Right? But yes, I mean, you know, Nigerians, we love entertainment. We love to just sit back, relax, and just watch people display the different characters that we know we have.
I like the
right?
fact they're starting after the elections.
Yes.
Yes, that was very smart on their part.
Definitely.
And if I were them, I would use the opportunity to also encourage people to go out and vote, because they have such a large followership.
Yes, yes, definitely. I think it would be fantastic if they put that into consideration. Not just consideration, actually do it. So it's not just about, you know, making money, but Big Brother is about, you know, us being Nigerians united, right? So at the end of the day, that would be good. So auditions are on the 1st and 2nd of February in selected states. So be sure to go out and audition. And if you
Adiri, I think we should send you to Big Brother.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about Ina.
What's the prize? 25, 50 million?
We don't know yet. That's the we don't
What
know.
was it last time?
I will
Last year?
consider
it was
consider
25.
25.
I will
25
consider it.
So
later.
how are we going to
25
share it if you go or Adiri goes? 20
Maybe
for
1 million
me.
now. Then 1 million.
What
1
is that?
million. I tried.
Jesus.
That is not nice.
No, Osasa will get people to vote for me. No,
Exactly.
We'll talk, we'll
exactly.
discuss.
Okay. A bit,
Okay. And
got you.
Ebuka is returning as the host, and also YC, Nigerian artist Omo Alaji. Yeah, so he has left his record label Tiny Entertainment. Now he revealed this via Twitter on January 14th. Now, actually, he was responding to a fan who asked the question on Twitter. Now, you know, this news for me came as a surprise because I hadn't really heard anything about him. So I thought maybe new music, he was working on new music. But I guess it's the new thing that happens now in Nigeria and, you know, our music business where, you know, artists, when they get to a certain point, they feel like the next thing to do is to just move on and, you know, start their own record label. I really don't know what the situation is, but you heard it from me. And over to the foreign scene. So we all, despite the fact that fans have been begging Rihanna for new music, well, she's still doing something related to Fenty. Now, I know Fenty is her father's name, right? But apparently, she plans on suing her dad, or is already doing it even. Apparently, he's been using the name to make money. And I understand how it's his own name, but let's be honest, if not for Rihanna, you know, the name Fenty wouldn't really bring in anything at all.
Millions of dollars from starting up
True.
Fenty Entertainment and telling people that Rihanna was going to perform at
exactly,
concerts
taking
in South
money
America
from
and
people.
other places.
And she had no
she
idea.
had no idea.
She had no idea.
I would
So-
sue if it were me. Yep. But
Yeah,
then
but
again,
I mean,
it's
a
family,
different
right?
dynamic.
Yeah.
There's
it's
an
family.
issue, underlying issue of the kind of values we have here. You know, you can't just wake up and say you want to see your dad. They're looking at
family
like,
meeting.
are you okay?
Well,
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
your uncles and aunties from the village will
Exactly.
I
come.
hold a different position.
Oh, really?
Yes. I believe that family shouldn't be allowed to take advantage of you or take advantage of your success or the hard work that you've put in.
Yeah.
So if your family, today you're in a Peter's entertainment correspondent on the weekend show, and all of a sudden you see Peter's Entertainment Studios or whatever, and people are paying money to see you.
And they're not even cutting me a check.
They're not cutting you a check.
Yeah.
You better take your dad to court.
Well, yeah, we had a lot this week, but yeah, I just had to bring these 3 things that were like, oh, did that happen?
Yes, and catch up on more of that story on our social media page.
Definitely. Catch up on everything I just said on our social media page and, of course, our website as well.
Most definitely. How about you? What's happening in sports?
Well, a lot, but of course, you have to just take some beautiful ones. But I'd like to start with something that's been trending this week. The 10-year challenge has been trending. I was going to say, where's your 10-year challenge?
I didn't mind.
I thought about it when I said, don't do it.
I saw Bob Risky's.
He won. Bob Risky won.
The 10-year.
He or she. Bob Risky is the winner.
I do have
Shim won.
Winner, yeah.
I do have pictures of some sports stars. They actually took time off to get in on the challenge. And Roland Garros, that's the French Open, the organizers of the French Open, they showed us pictures of Rafael Nadal 10-year challenge. It was 2008 when he won, and 2018 when he won again. And there were also pictures from other sites like FIFA. They showed us a picture of the World Cup trophy. It looked the same to me, but they said it was saying the 10-year challenge, and gold is gold anyways. But also UEFA Champions League and the UEFA, the Europe's football governing body, they took the time out to show about 4 players that had a 10-year challenge. So they had Cristiano Ronaldo, they had Sergio Aguero, they also had Lionel Messi in that one. So a good one for them on that one. But also in sports this week, and the headlines, we also have talk about the Super Falcons. They were invited for a Foreign Nation tournament, and in China, they were in that tournament with China, Romania, Korea. Now, Korea is in the same group with us when it comes to the World Cup. So it's like a preparatory tournament ahead of the World Cup coming up in June. Then the captain comes out and says, look, we're going to this tournament and we're going to win, like kill it. We're not joking. And then we played our first game and we lost 3-0 to China.
Wow.
Okay, so the final of the tournament and the 3rd place match will come up tomorrow. Okay, just one more sad one, I would say. Remember, there's this investigative journalist in Ghana, Anas Aremayu.
Yes.
Yeah, he was shot dead. Yes.
No.
Shot dead.
Is it Anas himself or his accomplice? Because I saw the news.
Anas Aremayu. Anas is not the one that was shot dead.
It was his partner. Yes.
Oh,
Swale. Ahmed Hussein Swale was shot dead. Now, before this happened, a Ghanaian MP, I can't pick up his name right now, Agbeyang or something, he came out to say, shared pictures of the guy and said, look, this guy is a silly boy. You guys should, if you see him, beat him up. I saw a video on YouTube where he was talking animatedly about it. Like, if you see this guy, you need to beat him up. And then he was driving home.
And that was the person who exposed the corruption in the FIFA sector in Ghana, right? When the person who was collecting the bribes,
where the Ghanaian Football Federation was banned for life from football. That was not the only one. I think they also had an investigative report on this particular Ghanaian MP also, and that some others. So, Swale was driving home on Wednesday night. He was shot twice in the chest and once in the neck, died on the spot. So, Tiger Eye, that's the name of the company, and they say they're going to come and make sure that they continue the work. And they also said, #journalism is not a crime.
Wow, that's very sad. Well, we'll take a break right now on that sad note. We'll be right back on The Weekend Show. Don't go anywhere.